Hey, well, welcome to the Film Focus page. It is me again, and I'm going to be giving you my news review of the acclaimed Black Panther. Directed by Ryan Coogler and starring Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Lupita Nyong'o, Angela Bassett, and Forest Whitaker. Now, this film has to be, beyond a shadow of a doubt, one of the most hotly anticipated films of the year, and one of the most eagerly anticipated comic book films from the Marvel stable. This film is unprecedented on so many levels. It is a film with an all-black cast. You know, it is a film with a $150 million budget, which is unprecedented for an all-black film. And again, the character Black Panther is one that we've been waiting to hear about for a very, very long time. And I have to tell you that this film does not disappoint on any level whatsoever. Now, let me just give you a background of this film without giving you any spoiler reviews. Now, in this film, it follows on directly from Captain America Civil War. And in this film, we see T'Challa, played by the magnificent Chadwick Boseman, return to Wakanda to assume his role as the rightful king of Wakanda and being Black Panther. And again, amongst his duties, he and his team have discovered that a character by the name of Ulysses Kane, who we saw in Avengers Age of Ultron, who was responsible for stealing vibranium from Wakanda, has resurfaced. And he goes to Korea to retrieve Ulysses King and bring him back to Wakanda so that he can be tried for his crimes. And it is there that he comes across another person, without giving you too many spoilers, who has links with Wakanda and challenges T'Challa to his title as King of Wakanda so he can assume his throne. Now, with that being said, this film is awesome. Awesome on every level imaginable. I loved every single moment of this film. And I was a bit skeptical at first because, you know, this film got acclaim from critics before it was even released. And you know when you see a film and you think, okay, that film has been critically acclaimed. I wonder what it's like when I go to the cinema and watch it. And when you watch it, you feel a bit disheartened. Like, okay, this film didn't really match the hype that was surrounding this film. Black Panther ticks every box. This film is beautifully acted. It is beautifully written, beautifully directed. It's got wonderful action sequences, beautiful cinematography, great cinematography, great costumes. It ticks the box on every single level. And for me, when I sat down and watched this film, it doesn't feel like a Marvel film. It doesn't feel like a comic book film. You know, if you look at the previous like Marvel installment films, you know, they feel like comic book films. But this film, as a standalone film, it felt to be one of the most realistic films that they have made. There are topics and themes in this film which can be applicable to today's times. And it also is unprecedented because it's got an all-black cast and black writers and black directors. You know, this film, you know, in terms of what I loved about this film, I loved everything about this film. You know, there are excellent performances from all. And it's got an excellent script, which was written by Ryan Coogler, who has also directed this film as well. And he is emerging to be one of the talented directors to go to. And, you know, he's got time to be one of the best out there. And what's incredible is that this young man is only 31 years of age. And I really can't wait to see what happens next, what he does next, you know, in his career. But, you know, and for me, let's talk about performances. Chadwick Boseman, who was Black Panther in Captain America Civil War, you know, he resumes the role in this film and he was excellent in this film. I found him to be very charismatic in his role and he's establishing himself as a very good leading actor, as well as a good comedic actor. He brought the right amount of comedy, intensity, you know, drama, sincerity, and, you know, charisma to this role. And, you know, at 41 years of age, even though he's the oldest, like, leading character in the Marvel Universe to be cast in the first-time role, I look at it and I think, you know what, I don't think anybody else could have played this role other than him. He was that good in this film. Also on excellent form was Michael B. Jordan, who played Killmonger, who's got links to Wakanda. You know, and as an actor, I thought, okay, he's been okay in previous roles, but in this role, as the militant Killmonger, I found him to be very believable and very, very realistic. I think he's the most realistic villain that, you know, Marvel have given in a very, very long time. But with that being said, this film has a wonderful supporting cast, including Angela Bassett, Forest Whitaker, who all lend fabulous support to this role. But there were two standout actresses in this film who, for me, stole scenes and were just on par with Chadwick Boseman's character, and I can't wait to see what they do next. Danelle Garcia, who played Afina Shakur in what I found to be the rather disappointing All Eyes on Me, was phenomenal in this film. She has proven herself to be an excellent actress as well as an action star. Her action sequences in this film are very, very good. Her comedic timing in this film was very, very good. And I think that this was the role that she deserved. She's shown herself to be a very, very capable actress, and I hope that she gets further roles in the future to showcase how wonderful she is. Also, London-born Letitia Wright. Letitia has done a lot of work, a lot of bit parts. She was in Top Boy. She was in a Channel 4 series called Vegetable. She was in a lot of Holby City, and she's done a lot of bit parts. But in this role as Suri, I found her to be very impressive. And I found she's like the weapons engineer. She's like Q, the equivalent of Q in James Bond. She supplies all the weaponry to T'Challa. And for me, she gets some excellent one-liners in this film. She's got great comedic timing in this film. And I understand that she's going to be in the next film called Ready Player One, as well as in Avengers Infinity Wars. And I can't wait to see what she's going to be doing next, because I think that she has a very bright future ahead of her. As a film, this film is 2 hours and 13 minutes, and it is beautifully paced. This is a film that grabs you from the get-go, and it doesn't let go. And that's what you want from a film. Also, technically wise, cinematography, this film is beautifully shot. Even though the film was set in Georgia, some of the visual effects, some of the capture of African culture and, African dance and the traditional African, traditions that happen in this film, they are caught beautifully in this film. The cinematography in this film is just gorgeous. Also, the costumes designed by acclaimed costume designer Ruthie Carter are very beautifully well done. They capture the essence of Africa, and they just look lovely in this film. Also, what I loved about this film was the musical score. And I liked how it combined traditional African music with modern rap music. There's scenes where there's traditional African music playing, and then you got snippets of, Kendrick Lamar and other rap artists playing in this film. And it works. This film does not miss a step. And if you look at the reviews, all the reviews have just been across the board, 5 out of 5, 4 out of 4, 5 out of 5 in this film. And it rightly deserves to be. This is a film that deserves a repeat viewing. And this is a film that I'm going to go see again, because after seeing it the first time, I want to see it again to see that if this was that good. And you know what? I've got a feeling that it will be. And I've got no qualms about spending my money for this film. Also, the action sequences are on this point. I mean, this film is not... It doesn't have as many action sequences as previous Marvel films, but there is a sensible plot and the action feeds into the storyline. It's not action for action's sake. And as a film, there are some good comedic moments in this film. Thus far, Thor Ragnarok was the funniest Marvel film to date. It's not up there with Thor Ragnarok in terms of humour, but in terms of drama, in terms of plot, it's up there with the best of the Marvel films. As a standalone film, I think it's one of the best Marvel origin films that they've made, and I think it can handle its own against any Marvel film today, because it is that good and that beautifully well done. And for me, what I loved about this film is that it dealt with so many issues, and they can be applicable to today's times. I'll give you an example. There's one scene where T'Challa is speaking to Michael B. Jordan's character, and Michael B. Jordan's character, Killmonger, wants to use all of Wakanda's weaponry to take over the world and, free the oppressed black people. And T'Challa says, no. We're not a war country. We're a loving country. Whatever needs to be done, we'll do it in a peaceful way. And right there and then, I saw that as, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. One looking for a peaceful approach to remedy the situation, where one thing and that peace won't solve it. It needs to be done violently. And I thought that was a very, very clever act to do by Ryan Coogler. And, this film celebrates African culture. I know a lot of people have gone there, wearing the African attire, proud of their black African heritage. And you know what? Why not? This is a film that deserves to be supported. This is a wonderful film, and this is a film that I'll give a 10 out of 10 for. One that you have to see again. So feel free to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and I shall see you on the next film review. Stay blessed.